Well, this fall we kind of hit the ground running. We had Craig Campbell, who's also my son, but he won the state proficiency award in ag mechanics, design and fabrication, and then went on and won a gold at the national level. Abby Wilkes, who was our state champion creed speaker, went on and earned a bronze at the national level. And then here in just the last week, both our beginning and advanced ag sales teams ended up winning the district championship. So the advanced team, of course, goes on to state, and that's the 7th year in a row we've had a team at the state contest, so that's pretty cool. We had 6 kids go, but we did have 2 others, 2 American degree recipients go, and that was Riley Demenew and Chloe Gray. So they earned the highest honor that FFA bestows upon a student, and Riley's going to school at Oregon State, and Chloe's going to school at Blue Mountain Community College. Oh gosh, National Convention it's a whirlwind. We oftentimes will fly into a different city and take some tours, and that to me is one of the coolest things, is to see how those kids respond to some of those tours. And I send them with a little notebook that they have to ask the tour guide questions, and they write down the answer, and they've got to interview vendors, and they've got to interview kids from other states about their supervised ag experience. And so it's an educational trip for them, but probably the coolest trip that we've ever taken was at Rood and Riddle Equine Hospital, and I've taken kids there several years. It's in Lexington, Kentucky, and some of the horses there are probably worth millions of dollars. But every year when those students get to watch a horse in surgery, just to look in their eyes like, wow, that is just amazing. To see those kids do those types of things, and then to be able to hear some of the speakers there and attend some of the workshops that they bring back and apply that to our chapter, it's pretty exciting. We had our FFA Alumni and Friends dinner and auction here earlier this fall, and I think they grossed $36,000 on that for us. And the alumni have been tremendous about being behind us in the chapter.
So I've been involved for an FFA for 4 years now. I started as a 7th grader, and honestly, when I first walked into the ag room down at the middle school, I knew I wanted to stay in FFA until I was a senior. I actually started showing goats as a 6th grader. So for my competition, at least, I obviously won the state of Oregon. So I went over to Indianapolis. In the national competition, you're going up against 50 other kids in the nation. The reason I think I went so far in the creed is because I have a passion for what I do. And then at National Convention this year, one of my favorite keynote speakers ever, specifically, was Temple Grandin. And she is one of my cattle women's idol, because I really want to try and change or make an impact on the industry, just how Temple has. And it was super duper cool to be able to hear her. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people nowadays, they only think that FFA is just farming and ranching and the production industry, but you can do literally anything and everything in agriculture.
So I'm currently around 6 years. I got into it in 7th grade with my discovery degree. But before that, I've been a part of 4-H since 3rd grade. Oh, I just love all the connections I make and the activities. Me personally, I show goats all across the nation, and a lot of those kids I meet, I don't really know them very well, and so it's cool to meet them at FFA events and make friendships. We just competed in ag sales, and I was part of the team that won, and so we're going to state ag sales. It's really a cool experience. All the kids get to meet thousands of other students and members across the country and learn from cool, awesome people, go to the different workshops and experience so many different traits and values that you can use in your life.
I started taking ag class in 7th grade, didn't really get that much involved, and then high school, Mr. Campbell kind of was like, okay, you're doing this FFA competition, and then I've been sucked in ever since. And it just teaches you so much that are like real life skills that you can use outside of high school. Like currently we're doing ag sales. We just got first and are going to state. And it's like you're learning how to sell to someone and actually talk to someone and build relationships after just meeting someone. And public speaking, that's probably my favorite competition to do. And it's just really fun, and there's just a lot of variety, and like everyone has a place in FFA. I'm also on the district officer team this year, and we've made just like such a good relationships with each other, and I just think the people and the experiences you get to experience are like so amazing.
I think the one thing I'd like the community to know is that these kids truly are the future of the ag industry. And if they're not actually going to go into production agriculture, they're probably going to at least vote at some point. And so they're knowledgeable about the industry that feeds, shelters, and clothes the world. And I take my job pretty seriously when it comes to teaching those kids about this industry and all it entails. And one other thing that I tell every kid that comes in my door, when you leave this class, you're going to be able to do something. And that is our motto in FFA, is learning to do, doing to learn, earning to live, and living to serve.